Lord Phaethon, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I? When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in. I meant to keep you company while you slept, but then I dozed off myself. Ugh. I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
What sleepy face? What pose? That was a lot of words in one breath. Are you sure you got enough sleep, Vivian?
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month. Though it is a bit late, but... Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
You're here super early today, Vivian. Is there something urgent?
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family, but I haven't found the source yet.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn. To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light. Some people feel bad for him, some relate to his struggles, and Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Sounds like Hartman's in a pretty bad spot right now. But we know he's not the type to go down easily.
And that's what worries me. Hartman, in all likelihood, must have taken the sacrifice core. And now that he has this bargaining chip, who knows what kind of deal he'll strike with the Exaltists.
Sorry for interrupting, Vivian, but I need a quick word with Belle.
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
We can't make our guest wait outside. Belle and I will step out instead.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes anyway. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you're done.
Belle, Lycon's outside the video store. He knows Vivian is with us, so he's hesitant about coming in. He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first.
I'll go talk to Lycon. Honestly, neither he nor Vivian is at fault. As proxies, it's our job to be the bridge between them.
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Good morning, Lycon. Wise mentioned you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, It's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made or lose faith in the path she chose.
Vivian's doing just fine. She's actually been gathering intel and has a clear understanding of where things are headed. She might be tougher than you think. If you're really concerned, why not just talk to her directly? If you'd like to apologize, it should be face to face, right?
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
No problem. But I'll be staying neutral. Everyone has their own stance on this, and I get where both of you are coming from. As a proxy, I'm just here to make sure you have an open conversation. I'm not taking sides.
I respect that. Thank you. Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
You're right.
Huh? That's it? You two just figured it out? Well, that was fast.
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity and kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
I need to discuss this with Wise and Vivian. With so many people involved in this, we need to be very careful.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins. I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices. The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost. No one knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltists' most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
Since this person has already passed away, and the exaltists haven't been active around here for a while, then could it be that this is just Hartman acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Is it possible it's someone from TOPS?
TOPS is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in TOPS and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
But what's in it for TOPS? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when TOPS steps in, taking control of the situation on their terms. The public will see the mayor as incompetent, while TOPS comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards TOPS. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation.
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
So, what exactly do we stand to gain from partnering with you? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice, and I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again. On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Really? A Void Hunter rank special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
Okay.
We don't want new Eridu falling into chaos either. We'll do what we can.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies. I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go. Goodbye.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you. Did you call me? Yeah.
This is the path I follow.
Lord Phaethon, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me. Someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby. She wouldn't risk moving them unless it was absolutely necessary. Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out, he had a backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day. What's Tops planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Tops, even if it means playing with fire. She's an Exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
Vivian, I've been dying to know, who is this she you keep mentioning?
I apologize for losing my composure. Please don't mind me. The she I'm referring to is with the Exaltists. Someone I have a history with. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that, for me, the Exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Vathan, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
Sure, I won't pry anymore. Everyone's got a past, and you don't have to dig up old wounds if you don't want to. I can see the Vivian I know now is super brave and kind. I believe you've really put in the work.
Lord Vathan, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises. I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The Exaltists have probably realized someone's after them by now. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is. I just can't shake the feeling that something bad is about to happen. Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my curse. Nothing here either. Are we too late? There's someone up.
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Camille, what are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
You know what Landon did back then.
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying. You see me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. She loathes you. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille! Lord Vathan, watch out! Fine, I'll tell you what that was about later! Let's take care of the ethereal first.
You two took longer than I expected. Did something happen?
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
The Exaltists? There's no reason for them to go after the sacrifices, right?
Vivian is telling the truth. I saw it too.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Do you have a history with the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while. Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened, and after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you. I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
No worries. I'll totally have your back until you're feeling better.
Okay, back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan, and that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, and the issue was buried. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
That sounds sketchy. Are you saying they made up the accidents and the workers' deaths?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Vathan? My contacts are just near 6th Street. Care to join me?
I'm in. Let's go together.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about data scraping on Internet thanks to her. Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain? You two knew each other?
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Rain! You actually know that Lord Vathan is Lord Vathan? No, I mean, you actually know Belle is Lord Vathan.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain, let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Vathan wouldn't be interested in that.
Why are you all tense?
Right. Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internaut to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat. Or something like that.
I know that black cat. I'm always sneaking at snacks.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's drop this topic.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it against you.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Huh? What's wrong?
Hey, Rain. Vivian said you might have some new intel. So let's get to the important stuff first.
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about. The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow, then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter. I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Okay, we'll check things out. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you are unsure about?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for what...
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life. I'm counting on you to save the world, guys. All right, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said. That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry. Raven was the best in the whole world.
Don't take me back, please. I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore. Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go. I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
We are not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
What do you want from me then?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them. You never saw me. Please, just stop asking.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I don't deserve to see them. It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
If you care about your family and friends, now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean. No one knows how this will turn out. But if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret. We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us. I'll help you return to your family. But you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen. But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building. What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
I've been meaning to say this for a while, Vivian. You're just so calm and decisive when things get tough. Totally different from the impression you gave me at first.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
Whoa. It's hard to imagine you like that. I mean, you had this super intimidating vibe when we first met.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain, it's still wild to me. I never thought you and I would have mutual friends. And you even know one Denny Boo. Can you believe we might have passed each other so many times without even realizing it?
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Phaethon. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Looking back, I feel like I've been through a lot lately. My brother and I even lost our Phaethon account. Oh, everything started when the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang. I remember it should be around here. That store's been sitting in my favorites for ages.
Lord Phaethon!
What's up?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune. I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me. Whether they knew me or not, everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights, and not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind, and right then, my phone rang. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Phaethon.
Wait, really? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Phaethon. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you. face to face.
What did I even say in that comment? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
Huh? No!
So, Lord Vathan, thank you. Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Vathan, I truly like who I've become. Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Vel, you're back. Lycon told me he wanted to meet up with us online to discuss things when you returned. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
We've got this.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltists have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
Who's this Dina he just mentioned? Is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of. Lord Vathan, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've got a shortcut planned, but there are gonna be ethereals along the way. I'll let you handle them, Vivian.
Don't worry, Lord Vathan. You are in capable hands. I'll ensure your safety. Ethereals! Stay away from Lord Vathan! I'm My turn. Right. Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage. Let's get out of here before we're spotted. Don't touch me. Let's keep moving, Lord Phaethon. Leave the enemies to me, Lord Phaethon. Better not get my chest. They're still over there. Looks like they're arguing. This is our chance. Let's hurry. No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous. Hand over what's in the box. Or we do this the hard way.
You sure talk big, little girl. Let's see if you can get past me first.
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core. Lord Phaethon, the box is empty. So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
Vivian, it's been ages.
Dina!
Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet. Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they crying in your head all night?
Back then, I had no idea.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit. I was worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then. However,
I do understand your worries. This core, it's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo! It can't be fake! How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously. The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. Can you shut him up? So annoying. The masterpiece Father made for the creator isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding.
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core is really at? I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are, and you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors. Oh, they shouldn't have suffered those horrors. Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands. It was you who brought disaster on them. Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause. Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything! You did it before, and now again! You just had to ruin my plan. I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish. If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals. I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares. Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive. More ethereals are coming. Notice me, Lord Phaethon. Too many. There's no chance to get out of this. Lord Phaethon? Fine. Purging slash. Oh my. Stay away from Lord Phaethon! There are so many. It's ink.
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast. Now!
Thank you.
Finally, peace and quiet. You must be Belle, right? Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Can I ask, who are you?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yixuan. Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see. At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
So you're the investigator the mayor talked about.
Yes. He also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Guidance? What exactly does that mean?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now. I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
I'm so sorry, Lord Vathan. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
You definitely need some rest. Let's get out of the hollow.
Lord Vathan, are you going to rest now?
I'm not in a hurry to get back. You've been kind of off since we got out, and it's got me worried. If something's bugging you, just spill it if you want to. I'm a pretty good listener, you know.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Dina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father. But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
The blessing medicine. Please tell me that wasn't the sacrifice serum Bringer had.
Yes, to be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall. Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
Ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go! Vivian? What's happening? Listen to me! Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't... Father!
No, I was just...
Mom, I want to go home.
It's got nothing to do with us. This is just what happens when you don't accept the blessing.
Vivian, was this you? Dina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
I just don't want to lose my father.
You knew? If you knew what he's done, you...
He's my father. He's all I have. Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. You will only ever bring misfortune.
I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists. I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope. She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that she... All these years, she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
No way. You're not the one bringing bad luck. Whatever went down with the Exaltists, Landon used you. As for Dina and Camille, they know the truth, and they just made their choices. The hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. But not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like they do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself. You're currently resolving the sacrifice crisis with your own effort. I remember you saying you really like yourself now. So what's changed?
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Whenever you're feeling down, don't hesitate to come to me.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Bathan. Shawl, I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage. Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo... I think I know where he would hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
the creator will guide me.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Now Camille's actions make sense. But why did Hugo never tell us?
Hugo...
Belle, Lycon said there's something urgent he needs to discuss with us right now.
All right, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
So, what should I do?
You can attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me!
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely!
All right, then let's go together.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion, does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with. I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
What did you mean by dessert just now? I couldn't really follow.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burden wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
All right, I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon. Isn't this going a bit too well?
The security around the manor is really strict, but inside might be more lax. But just in case, let's tell Lycon.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction? So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself. The bullet? How?
Dear Uncle, why must we be so distant with one another? You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Hugo! Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon, when I have yet to trample you into the dirt?
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine. My dear uncle. Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point. Guess I'll also bring Lycon along. He's my partner in crime, after all.
You're late.
So strict. Spare me a moment to catch my breath, will you?
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props. Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course, if things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Aw, I'm flattered.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost, it's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them. Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss. Obviously, it was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course, I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration. After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage. Perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset. preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind. And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, Nikon, come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet?